skill is like when you're doing a sport. And while Poliana and me are passing and listening to you, the idea is that we only fix when you fuck something up. So if nobody has interrupted you, it's because you're on the right track. Simple as that.
I find it really kind of distracting when the sentence is said, and then I'm trying to figure out okay, what's that, and then I miss the next sentence. So I'm tracking in my head. It's like a delayed reaction. It's very confusing sometimes.
Yes, because you when you because it's the first time that I get. But think about it. When we finished the last master class that was here, and I told you, put a ring in a finger that you never use, that's kind of like weird, or put your watch in the other side or something, that it's on your hands, paint one nail in a fucking color that you never will use. The point of that is to have a visual anchor to remind you of a skill that you're going to be practicing. Because what we practice here in the beginning are the skills. The skills create literally the techniques, right? So if we're going to anchor something, you need to first have the skill to go into that state first. Demonstrate that state. Use your tone, volume, facial expressions, right? The tools of state. And then calibrate when you are almost reaching the peak, and then anchor you, if we're going to do a kinesthetic anchor. So these are a series of skills for a technique called anchoring, right? So if you decide, for example, starting today, okay, the skill that I want to work on is calibrate the representational systems that the people are using, and then the woman here in the hotel, at lunch, chit-chatting with people, instead of chit-chatting without purpose, you work. Because I always say it, out there is our playground. There is no skill that you cannot practice with anybody that is interacting with you, even though sometimes they're not interacting. When you do the practitioner, you're going to notice that we're going to go to a mall and you're going to create rapport with people that don't even know that you're talking to them. And you're going to start doing this, and they're going to start doing this. Yes. Literally. So the purpose of choosing a skill and literally working on that one is that you master it until you ask me, so Juan, you're paying attention to the model operators of the people? Consciously, no. So you're paying attention what they're doing with their eyes and that? Not consciously. That is now unconsciously competent. So you can practice literally any skill everywhere. 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 So now you have something that you can choose so you can work at. You get it? Yeah. No, but it's cool because if you know that you have done 3 master classes and trance does good for you, you've changed people, it's like, oh, fuck, let me go back to basics.
It's clicking now.
Welcome. Welcome. I usually tell the story when, ya, puedes poner a grabar ya. ¿Y este? Dale like a este. Dale live ahí nada más. Yeah? Okay. So it's kind of funny because model operators are things that modify the modalities, which is another name for the representational system. So when you say, for example, I have to pee, the some modalities of I have to pee are very different of I can pee like in 2 hours. Just by the internal representational, they're different. That's why they're called model operators, because they change, right, the modalities. So I remember the first time I did the practitioner with Dr. Bandler, John, and Kathleen Laval. And then in the second one, I went to John in the break. It's like, why didn't you teach model operators in my first practitioner? And he's like, okay, good. And literally, obviously, it's because it went like a giraffe fart over me. I didn't hear it, didn't smell it, but it was there. You get it? Because the more you practice your skills, the easier it is to then go further into the techniques or the strategies. Okay? So, no. These are literally the predicates these are predicates of the representation systems. So, this is something that we're going to dive in right now. When Dr. Bandler and Dr. Grinder went to Arizona, they were modeling Milton H. Erickson. They noticed, because they were recording everything, that the second wife of Dr. Milton, which is Betty Erickson, talked in a certain way, and she did induction. Hypnosis is very simple. It's like a simple hamburger of meat. If you like other type of hamburger, they're doing the lawn tomorrow, so I'm going to tell them to leave a pile for you so you can have lunch. All right? So it's very simple. You have the bread, the bottom bread, which is the intro or the induction. You have the meat, which is the technique that you're going to do. And then you have the upper bun, which is the ultra or the extraction of the trance. Right? So if you think about this induction, when you guys, some of you guys did Mind Valley, they did a weird shit and they started to change things. That's one thing that I don't like. You can change and evolve, which is great. That's the purpose of what we do, right? But the problem is when you change just to change the name so it sounds different instead of who created this, right? So this is what we call the Betty Erickson induction, because she's the one that did it conversationally. Remember that you can use any techniques of hypnosis conversationally. That means without saying formally, close your eyes. Okay? So this is the magic word. Verifiable. You're going to use, based on the three representational systems that we're going to use, verifiable things for that representational system. So, for example, if you are going to put me in a trance and I'm sitting here, you're going to say things to me that are verifiable for my visual, for my, and for my, exactly. And now we have two flavors, right? We have external and you have internal, right? So if I'm sitting here, right, and you're going to say something to me that is visual, external, you have to see what I can see, or you can point out something, for example, on you. You get it? So, yeah, you can say, you can look between my eyes, okay? Or you can look at whatever, all right? So give me a visual external that is verifiable for my conscious mind to pay attention. Okay, now this is why I like to make people do the examples before I do. If you say this, I understand perfectly what you're saying, but it's not specific enough. So you want to narrow my attention, in this case, something visual, very specifically. Okay, good. I want you to look. What predicate is that? Look. Visual. Okay, to that look. Good. So now you have a auditory, external.
And listen to the sound of my voice.
Listen to the sound of my voice. And now you have a kinesthetic external, my kinesthetic, right? So,
And feel yourself sitting on the chair.
okay, feel yourself is still too vague.
Feel your body being supported by the chair.
Okay? Still very vague. I want you to narrow it down. Remember, the devil is in the details. Look, 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 look. Okay?
Feel your back against the back of the chair.
Feel your back against the chair. Beautiful. All right? Good. Again, give me a visual external to me.
Notice the dimness of the room.
Notice the dimness is in the room. It's too vague. Be more specific.
Notice the fire alarm.
Okay, I have a question for you. Why, if you're going to put me in a trance, you want to make me do this?
Checking something. Yeah. Okay.
Remember, this is in the context of hypnosis, right? Use yourself.
Yeah. Check out this watch that I have.
Okay, check out this watch that I have.
And can you hear the air in the room?
And listen to the air in the room and
you feel the temperature of the air.
And feel the temperature of your. You're using embedded questions. Keep it simple. Feel the temperature of the room. Where?
On your skin.
Which part of my skin? You see, you're being very, very.
Oh, okay. Notice the temperature of the air on your arm.
On your arm. Which arm?
Your left arm.
There you go. Go. Visual external.
Look at the frame on this wall.
How many? There are 12.
That's the first one on the corner.
Okay. Which part? It is very big.
Look at the first diamond, the diamond, not the green diamond. I'm colorblind.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay.
Fix your eyes there
Okay.
and listen to my voice.
Okay.
And I want you to feel the air coming out from the AC on your skin,
Which skin?
the one on your arms.
Okay. Or your forehead. Remember, this is the first time you're doing it. That's why I want to narrow it down so you can literally, the more specific you are on what I'm going to look, on what I'm going to listen, and what I'm going to feel, the more the unconscious and the conscious are being trained to follow instructions. You get it? Because if you leave it very vague, you're giving me the chance to be very general about what you're saying. So if I look at you and I tell you, look at the space between my eyes as you listen to the space between my words, as you feel your hands touching themselves. You get it? I'm narrowing a lot each representational system. All right? Lloyd,
Look at my eyes.
which one? You have two.
Look at the blue of my left eye.
Okay.
Begin to hear the sound of my resonant voice as you begin to relax and feel so comfortable.
Relax is still external, internal. Go external.
Yeah, as you begin to feel your body absorbing the chair and feeling relaxed.
Very good. Ricardo.
Look at my finger. As you hear my voice, you start feeling the chair.
Good.
I want you to look at the top of the cap of the smart bottle in front of you
Good.
and listen to the sound of my voice
Yes.
and concentrate on your feet being supported by the chair.
Beautiful. Faye.
Look at my right eye.
Okay.
Hear how my voice is lowered. And feel your hand on the Sharpie.
Okay. Good. 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 So every time that you're using this induction, the idea is that you have a state that you want to put the person in. All right? So if I'm going to put you here, I can put you down, we're going to go over this, and I can go into relaxation. Or I can put you in a state of concentration. I can put you in a state of sleepiness. You get it? I can put you in a state of ultra focus because your language is going to guide them. All right? So we got this down, right? So now this one is the simplest one. Visual internal. So this is literally close your eyes. You see? And then you give me another different auditory, external, and kinesthetic, external. So go ahead.
Close your eyes.
No, from the beginning. Eh, Vlad Sepech. Yeah. Now she's hugging you. She's like, where the fuck is Soren? This morning is like in the airport for 11. Go ahead. Go change. All right, good. So for 11. So now we begin again. All right? Now we begin again. Go. Shoot.
Visual external. Okay. Look at the space between my eyes. Hear the sound of my voice.
Hear the sound of my voice. Good.
And feel your right foot on the floor.
Okay, good. And then?
Close your eyes.
Okay. And now I close my eyes. Use everything that you can hear because I can hear it too.
Hear the sound of the air in the room.
Okay.
And feel your left foot on the support of the chair.
Good.
From the beginning?
Yes, of course. There are 4 lines, or you're gonna pee thinking about this. It's okay. Allez. Si tu veux, tu le peux dire en français, si tu veux. Si c'est plus facile pour toi. Okay, good.
Look at my nose.
Okay.
Hear my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Hear my voice. I'm gonna go deeper.
My kinesthetic. Watch me and what?
Feel your feet right on the ground.
Okay.
Now you're gonna close your eyes. You're gonna still hear my voice going deeper.
Change it a little bit. Okay. Now you're changing your voice deeper, and
And I want you to feel.
Watch me so you can choose what am I going to feel.
Yeah, so put your hands together and interlace your fingers.
That's a command. You want to do something that's verifiable.
Okay.
Something that's already there. Feel your watch on your wrist. Feel your Sharpie. You get it?
Yeah.
Say it.
So feel your watch on your wrist.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
You can look at a spot on the wall directly in front of you, any spot.
Too vague. Hypnosis is giving fucking orders. Look at my change. You use yourself usually.
Okay.
Yeah. So you begin to train the person.
Why don't you look at the top left corner of that door frame?
Okay.
I want you to hear the sound of the air conditioner in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to feel the cold air against your skin, your right arm in particular.
Okay.
I want you to imagine a time.
Visual internal. This one is close your eyes.
Can you just imagine?
No, because in the Betty Edison, you say close your eyes.
Oh, okay. So this one's always close your eyes.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Okay. Now, I want you to close your eyes. Can I say imagine a time now?
No, because you have my eyes closed. That's it. And now you jump to the other one.
Okay, I got you. I want you to close your eyes and focus on my voice. And notice you feel more relaxed.
That's internal.
Oh,
This is external. Watch me and say something.
Close your eyes.
You said focus on your voice. And the last one.
And feel your back against the chair.
Good.
Look at the spot between my eyes, the very detailed, smallest spot between my eyes. And just really hear the sound of my voice. And as you begin to feel very, very comfortable sitting in the chair with your forearms on your thighs, close your eyes and listen to the very specific sounds of my voice. And just begin to feel how comfortable it is sitting in the chair with your feet slowly comfortable in your comfortable shoes.
Very good. So now we go this visual internal. And now this is where the purpose of the induction is. So we're going to use relax. And now you have to be artfully vague and specific at the right time, because now all the internals here are related to relax. Okay? So before you do it, if Poliana, for example, is putting me into a trance, right? And she does say this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, relax. In my favorite place in the world.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
So,
So close your eyes,
mhm.
and as you listen to my voice, you can feel how you're holding between your fingers that crayon. And now I want you to imagine yourself in the destined beach with its white sands.
Okay, no. Because if you're taking me to a relaxed place and you say the beach because your map says the beach, you might fuck it up because everybody has their own map. You get it? So if you say, and then go to that beach in which you, because here's where we're using this, relax, you're going to get me out of rapport because I'm going to be uncomfortable because I don't fucking relax in the beach. I don't like the beach. You get it? So you are artfully vague, and this visual internal literally is in your words, and I want you to look through your eyes or see yourself associated or dissociated, doesn't give a shit, and see yourself in that place in which you relax. Or look at those things where you are at that place where you relax. You get it? Because this is the important thing. Relax. If it's focused, and look at that thing that you see, or we'll go to that place and through your eyes, watch that makes you focus. But since we're using this with the state of relaxation, so now you use your language artfully vague to relax. And then you have an auditory internal that is the same state. Relax. And then you have, okay, hit me. This one. So close your eye, and now you're here.
Close your eyes.
No. You already did this.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Now do this line.
So see yourself in a place where you absolutely love to be, feeling completely relaxed.
Beautiful. Jump.
Hear the sounds that soothe you.
Okay. Beautiful. Hear the sounds. What if where I go, there's only one sound?
Hear a sound that soothes you.
Hear what you hear. Because now, if it's one or if it's 100 sounds, it makes sense. You get it? The idea of using language is that you are directing that person very specifically here, but I'm going to fill it with my map. You get it? That's why I always make people say what they're going to say, and I stop you if you say something so it clicks on you. You get it? So I'm watching what I see when I'm relaxed, and
Hear what you hear, feeling relaxed.
that makes you relax.
Hear what you hear that makes you feel soothed and relaxed. And feel yourself.
This is external.
It's still external.
Exactly.
And feel your body resting
In the chair.
on the chair.
Okay. Good. This one. This context.
Now close your eyes.
No, we're already here, right? Now, give me this one. This is close your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to the Gloria Stefan, tapupa. Okay, now here.
Now imagine a place where you feel relaxed.
Imagine a place. Imagine if you don't say how am I going to imagine it, I can imagine it listening to it. I can imagine feeling it. You want to use a visual predicate.
I want you to bring up an image where you feel relaxed.
Beautiful. Next one.
I want you to focus on a sound that soothes you.
Okay.
And then I want you to notice your hand against your thigh.
Okay. Good. Good. Le même.
Yeah. I want you to look into
We're in kindergarten. Just say it. The more fun you have, the easier it is.
I'm not that hypnosis.
Ale.
What to say? So visual, a great place where you can relax and hear a sound that you like and relax.
That makes you relax.
That makes you relax. And I want you to hold your hands together
That's an order again. Use something that it's already done.
and just feel your hands relax on your thighs.
Okay, good. Lloyd, the last line.
So as you see yourself completely relaxed,
Beautiful.
only you can see yourself. And as you can hear inside your head, your voice revealing that you're so relaxed.
Okay.
That you begin to feel so relaxed sitting in your chair in the most comfortable shape.
Beautiful. So the last line is like this.
I want you to imagine yourself in your most favorite place to relax.
Imagine yourself in your favorite place that you can relax.
And see
How am I going to, and see the things that you see. All right, good.
and hear what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Feel, hear what you hear as you allow your body to relax and you feel your muscles start to relax.
It's internal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Allow you feel the sensations in your body that allow you to relax even more.
Very good. So this is literally the Betty Edison induction. This is literally the Betty Edison induction in which you are bringing the awareness and the focus of the person from the outside to the inside. All right? We're going to cover it very vaguely because then we're going to add things that are connectors. How do we call the words that connect from here to here? As, while, during. Homework. Now, we'll tell you. All right? So something, it should sound something like this. All right? So for all of you, I can do it the same way. I want you to focus on the blue stone of my finger as you listen to the spaces between my words and feel your body touching the back of the chair. I want you, keep your eyes open. I want you to close your eyes as you listen to voices different of mine, like telephones, as you feel 1 or 2 feet against the rug. Because as you begin to see what you see when you're in that place that you can relax very deeply, you can also listen what you listen in that place that makes you drift down inside of you as you feel the temperature of the room and the tip of your nose. And the more you see what you see through your eyes in this place in which you alone can relax, make the sound or sounds that are in that place that soothes you and make you go deeper in a relaxed state now. Okay, so open your eyes, all right? And this is literally the Betty Erickson induction. You're putting the person awareness from the outside to the inside, and there always has to be a purpose or a state, right? We're going to use, in this case, relax. Okay? Relax. Ricardo is in relax. So let's do the Betty Erickson induction. All right? Yes.
Quick question. Also, I noticed that when you're doing the external, you're more general. No, excuse me, you're specific.
Yes.
As you get more internal, you're getting more vague. So it's inverse.
Vague, yes, vague specific, because you want to be specific about where you're putting them in, and vague because they're going to fill it with them. And the outside, you want to be very specific. That's why a visual, the more tiny the thing is, to say tiny, the more specific it is. Not the same as look at my face, look at the space between my eyes. It's not the same look at my ring as say, look at the middle of the blue stone. Okay? Look at the spaces between my words. Listen to the air conditioning. One thing that you can do, and it works beautifully, is one of the acepciones. In Spanish, acception, it's not called acception. No, acception is that a word can have different meanings. It's not phonological, ambiguous, whatever, right? So one of the acceptions that we say in Spanish, right, is that if you are very specific about something, you literally can make the person focus more. And what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is directing the attention of somebody so they can focus their attention in something. And the more specific there is, the more narrow the thing is, the better it is. So utilization has different meanings in hypnosis. I can grab somebody's strategy in which they give themselves panic attacks, and I can grab that same strategy and install it in somebody that forgets a date that is important for their family and use it. So now that same strategy, have to buy the birthday present of my spouse or whatever. You get it? So I can utilize that strategy. But also, one thing that they noticed, they as in Dr. Banner and Dr. Grinder, is that when they were there and something that was not part of the trance happened, that was not part of the trance, somebody knocking on the door, or maybe the door just slammed into, they closed it very hard, and Milton H. Erickson immediately would integrate that into the trance. So for example, if somebody slammed the door, and just like when you close a door and leave behind those non-resourceful resources, you leave them behind. Or maybe a fire thing came by with a siren. How do you call that? Yeah, no, but the sound. Okay. And just like people attend to emergencies and the rescue, you are here so we can put up that fire. So you integrated that sound, that usually it's a sound, into the trance, or if you're in the technique, you integrate it. So instead of avoiding it, hey, if you heard it, the person heard it. Okay? So that is something also that we call utilization. So if you're putting the person in a trance and you're still out here and you hear the receptionist, the telephone ringing, some voices over there, and as you listen to voices different of mine, you can, and then jump to the other one. So you can use everything that is out here or in here and out there into the induction during the trance or in the extraction of the trance. You get it? So this is what we're going to do. So you work with Ricardo, you work with him, you work with her, you two work together, and you work with Soren. No, you two. Okay, so let's do the Betty Erickson induction. Come on. Who starts? One looking at the